G'day everyone, John from Road Train Adventures back again for another story, and this time we're doing something really simple. Going to Adelaide with this road train of pipes, just taking it there, dropping them off and dragging the empty trailers back. So let's get going and in for a bit of an easy trip this one. Well, just to give you an idea about my reversing skills, as you can see that laneway there, I've driven forward into that laneway and come straight back into this narrow gate, and it's just a bit wider than my truck. So here we are here, and it's a crane unload. So this is a nice simple job, and it took a little bit less time because I didn't have to split up. All right, there we go. A nice clean truck there, beautiful. We'll get this off and head back to Deniliquin. All right, so we're just going to take a bit of a break here, and in the meantime, let's talk about how I got into trucking, and more to the point, should you get into trucking, is it worth it? So, gee, we've got to go back quite a few years for when I got into transport. So after I left school, I did a microcomputer technology. It's a course. I did at TAFE, and that taught me how to fix computers and stuff, and yeah, that was cool. I was always good with technical stuff. So then I got a job in rock and roll lighting and sound, met a lot of celebrities. I did all the big concerts in Perth. I did that for a while, and then one day things got quiet. I got put off, and so I went and applied for a job, and one of the jobs was a motorcycle courier. Did that for about 5 years. I actually really enjoyed it, just riding around and getting paid to do it. And anyway, got a job in the office. I had experience in the office and on the road. From there, what happened? Anyway, one day I thought, oh well, let's get my HR license, because I just like to have all the licenses. So I got my HR, but never drove a truck. So I had my HR license, still didn't drive a HR truck, had no experience. Anyway, years later, after I was married, I thought, oh, I might try see if I can get a job driving a truck. So I looked around, and unfortunately, all the truck jobs, they wanted, well, we'll call it open HR. So you could drive a Road Ranger. Well, I only had synchro mesh, so I could drive synchro boxes only. So oh, well, maybe I'll upgrade my license. So that's what I did. I went to go and get my learner's permit, and said, oh, how much for HC? And they told me 1,500. I thought, 1,500 is so expensive. So I said, well, how much for MC? And they said, oh, $35. 35? What? So, oh, well, I'll go for MC. So now I have to go for, because I want open MC. So I went for the Road Ranger gearbox, as well as driving a B-double for the first time. So anyway, what happened was I booked 3 lessons, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and a test for the following Tuesday. So I did my 3 lessons, got used to the gearbox and used to reversing and stuff like that. Did reasonably well. I thought, oh, I'm not sure about the test. But anyway, come the test on the following Tuesday, I get a phone call about, I don't know, 2 o'clock or something, and they said, are you coming down for your test? I said, it doesn't start for another half an hour. They said, no, it started half an hour ago, 1:30. I thought it was 2:30. Oh no. Anyway, I ride a motorbike. I said, it won't take me long, I'll be down there in a second, or shortly anyway. So I go down there, and now it's like half the test is over. So they said, oh, well, we've seen you drive, you can drive, okay. Tell us what you would do when you get in the truck. I said, okay, pre-start, okay, I'll check this. Okay, let's get in and go. Didn't even have time to go up the hill and see how I go down the hill and all that kind of stuff. I was so nervous, I was grinding the gears and stuff. Oh, anyway, he passed me because he said, look, I've seen how you go in the lessons, you were doing really well. So you're just nervous, so passed me. Right, so now I've got to get a job. So I rang a few companies, and the following day I had an interview on the Wednesday. So I had my license one day, and went and saw this, we call it like one-man show. He's got about 6 or 8 trucks. Anyway, he's got the contract pulling tall triples up north, and that was the job I was going for, to pull a triple road train up north. So I just talk. Oh yeah, I could do this. Yeah, I've been in transport for so many years. Well, yeah, I had, but never driven the truck. So here we go. Got to go and do the inductions now. Whilst I'm waiting for the inductions, they said, oh look, we got some road train tippers. Just see how you go driving that around for a bit. Go with this guy, and he'll just see how you go. So I get in and driving this Road Ranger, and it's a 904 actually, so similar to what I'm in now. And so all's going reasonably well. Anyway, in talking to him, it's discovered that yes, I got my license the day before, and so he reports back to his boss, this guy's only just got his license. So of course they're not going to now send me up with a triple road train for the first time. I was a bit nervous about that too, but it was going to be a 2-up job. So I thought I'll just watch the other guy and just ask some questions, maybe try not to look too dumb. So there you go. Anyway, so I couldn't get that, couldn't drive up there, but he said, look, I need someone for the weekend shift on these road train tippers. It's basically pulling stuff off the wharf, taking it to Canning Vale, backwards and forwards. There's 6 trucks, and they basically just do a circle. So I thought, yeah, okay, I'll do that. So now I'm on my own, and it was not hard. You just pull up under a hopper at the wharf. They load you with this clinker, and then you drive to Canning Vale. You tip off one trailer, go forward, tip off the next trailer. So it's actually in a bunker, you would call it. Anyway, at the end of the day, the boss rings me up and says, "Wow, you're doing really well." I said, "Well, why are you saying that?" He said, "Because every time we get a new person, the new person is always holding everybody up. Everyone catches up to him, and they're waiting for him to tip, and then they're waiting at the other end, but no one's caught you the whole day." I thought, oh, well, I knew I was okay at driving, so there you go. So that's that job. Anyway, he didn't end up paying me, so of course I didn't keep working for him. I just put it down to, well, wasn't really that honest when I got the job, so got to get experience. So the next company, I thought, well, I've done road train tippers, let's keep doing that. So I went to another company, and this company, I said, yeah, look, I've got no experience, and they said, yeah, that's fine, we take people like that all the time. So we run a few things, and one of the things I just remember them saying is, you got to check the ring feeder and stuff. And I said to him, what's a ring feeder? I thought, what's a ring feeder? You're going to drive a road train, you don't even know where that is. Wow. Anyway, I didn't have experience. So okay, so they started me in the truck and dog, and I did that for a week and a half. Now these truck and dogs over there, or this one, basically you've got to back up to the pile, tip that, go forward, drop the dog at the ring feeder, and then back the truck up. And that's just how that one is. It's not these ones that we have over east. Anyway, so I did that for a week and a half, and I said, oh look, this is too easy, you've got to give me a road train. So oddly enough they did, and I never turned back. So I did everything successfully. Now one thing I did do is always, whenever I had a chance, I'd practice backing up, and I just practice, go forward, back, back. And then I saw this other guy, Michael. He was one of the really experienced drivers. He would back up, basically, we'll call it like this way, back up all the trucks that like in line, and he'd back the road train up like that. And I thought, wow, I'm going to practice that. So I practiced backing up around a corner, so I would always look for the hard places to back into to get more experience. And that's why I can back up in all sorts of scenarios, in curves or whatever. It's just, I did it from the start. Anyway, so then I got a job doing general freight, doing east-west. Never been over east really. I went over east, and I remember seeing B-double tippers for the first time. I thought, got to be some mistake. B-double tippers, never seen that before. Because over in WA, there was just pocket road trains. Anyway, so east-west, and this company really, the company I started with, really taught me how to chain, strap, and I was making all sorts of mistakes, and they would show me where I went wrong and how to do it properly. So that taught me a lot how to do general freight. So let's see, then I went back to tippers. Then I started doing the float work, so they taught me how to do float and how to chain, and they didn't exactly teach me correctly how to do the float because they didn't know either. It wasn't until I did this QGC job where I was, I don't know, about 6 weeks work of QGC. I remember I was loading the float, and I was half loaded, and then another float came. I thought, oh, I'll beat him. He came, and before I'd even finished chaining, he came, dropped his legs, loaded it, chained, gone. What the hell? I was pissed. I thought, oh, what? I thought I was showing how to do things correctly, and man, this is a mess. So I spoke to him later on that night and said, oh, how did you do that? What'd you do? And he said, well, look, you've got the wrong chains. Look at these chains. They're 10mm chains, and they're 13mm chains, and my chains were like 10 meters long. He said, you need to get 13mm chains, 1 meter sections. You need a hook, and the proper binders and stuff. You just hook there, binder, go. And I thought, wow. So I spoke to my boss. I said, this is what we need. So he got me those, and that just, when you're taught by the correct people or how to do things properly, it really does make a difference. So always find someone who you think knows what they're talking about, and ask questions, learn from them. Don't be afraid to ask questions. I never was. I would always be asking questions. So I found a few people in the company who I thought knew it all. And so if I wasn't sure about something, I would ask them, just how do you do this? How do you do that? Can you show me this? Can you show me that? And if something ever went wrong with the truck, I would always ask the workshop. So I knew what the symptom was. So I was there when it broke down. So I'd ask the workshop, what was it? And that basically helped me learn about the engine. Okay, so if it sounds like this, it's probably that. Same with trailers, same with everything. If something goes wrong, find out what went wrong. So if it happens again, you know how to fix it, or possibly if it's an easy fix. If you hear some symptoms, you might be able to narrow it down. And yeah, so it really does help. Never ask too many questions. Just find somebody who you trust, who can help you steer you in the right direction. Okay, so that's basically my experience of general freight, east-west, and I did pressurized tanker work as well. I've basically got a pretty big run. I've never done liquid tankers, only pressurized tankers. That's like lime and what was the other one? Lime, soda ash. That's it. Yeah, to the mines. They were good. Anyway, so is it worth getting into trucks? Well, if you're a single guy and you're young and you don't really care about women at this stage, yeah, go for it. You know, it is the best. I love the lifestyle. I do have 2 kids. They're growing up. They're 10 or 12, so they're not exactly old. Well, I kind of want to be home more for them. I'm home, yeah. So you got to weigh up the benefits and pros and cons. Actually, I will digress. I will tell you how I got into being out on the road for so long. So when I was doing these road train tippers, I was out picking up this load, and they've got this their own private frequency radio and stuff for that, and a repeater. Anyway, I heard on the radio they're calling out this driver, and they said, we want you to go up to Morrowa, and you know, you got to stay up there for a while and stay in the truck. And he's like, no way, no, I don't stay in the truck, no. So I thought, oh, that sounds like fun, I'll do that. So I you know, going around, yeah, I'll do that. So they said, oh, we'll come and see us after. So I went and saw them, and they told me what to do, and we went up to Morrowa, and we stayed up there, and well, I slept in the back of the truck. Now, this truck had a tiny sleeper. It was a Volvo, and the bed was, they called it a light sleeper, and so I'm not that big, so, you know, but even though I'm not that big, to roll over, you literally got to flip yourself on the spot. You can't roll over, like, you know, just flip on the spot, and I got used to that. And it wasn't until some time later when I got a bigger truck, you know, like a XXL Volvo, I thought, wow, there's so much room in this. Anyway, so I was just, you know, I still new. So that's basically how I got into camping out in a truck. I enjoyed it. I got a fridge and set myself up, and I really enjoyed it. Was just like camping, you know. So yeah, that's how I got into sleeping in the truck and being out all the time. And so I still love it to this day. I've pretty well got a lot of stuff in this truck. I got all the tools. No matter what happens, I've usually got a tool for it. Or I used to have all the air tools, and then I saw those Milwaukee rattle guns, and I laughed at them. I said, what's that going to do? A battery operated one. These are what all the tyre shops use, you know, the air guns. And yeah, well, I was wrong. The Milwaukee's way better. So yeah, deck yourself out, get all the stuff, and if you're young and don't have too many commitments, yeah, it's great being away all the time. And you know, we do have some people who don't have a home to go to in our company, and man, sometimes I envy them. They don't have to be home for family or a house to worry about and stuff. Man, they just drive and they're around in the country and just, you know, could probably get pub meals every night. Their money's their own, and oh, great lifestyle, you know. So there you go. Some things to consider. I love it. Not everyone does. You also need to know how to load and unload and stuff like that. Don't be afraid of work. I do put in, you know, good hours when I'm driving. I don't just drive part-time. I do maximize the hours, and yeah, you work it. Yeah, anyway, all right, there you go. Look, I'm going to end the video here. So it was a short trip to Adelaide. Don't forget to like this video if you like it. If you dislike the video, click that dislike button, the thumbs down button twice, and yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.